The problem with learning product management is you can't just do a course or learn one thing. You actually have to know multiple skill sets. The problem with learning product management is you can't just do a course or learn one thing. You actually have to know multiple skill sets across the discovery part of a product lifecycle, across the delivery part of a product lifecycle, and also across the day-to-day management. And I call this the market adoption of the product lifecycle. A lot of some skills that you might already know, right? So you might already know things around, say, using hypotheses to break down ideas, right? If you come from a design background, you can probably know that already. Mapping out assumptions, that's more of the design stuff, design thinking stuff, using quant and cloud to make decisions around data. So, some of the stuff that you probably already know from your existing role. And what you want to do then is you want to figure out, well, what's missing across these skill sets and how can I learn the theory, but also get the experience to know what I'm doing, to really talk the talk, for say. For example, if you've never done, say, building business cases and business case modeling, then I encourage you to actually figure out how you want to do that. But ultimately, to be a very competent product manager and know exactly what to do at the right time. For example, when a product's in growth, you'll be doing a lot of A/B testing. You'll be looking at data. You'll be understanding how do we position yourself in the market. So you need to do market competition. So knowing what to do at the right time is all the skill set that you build up throughout your career. And no one ever starts off knowing everything. That's just impossible. What I suggest is you want to build your knowledge one layer at a time. So start with understanding the product function, the role of a PM, and you want to understand sort of how do you create a product roadmap, and you want to understand how do you grow your product in market. Learn this over time and learn it one layer at a time. So once you understand the gaps, then you need to figure out, well, what type of PM am I most suited for right now? Because every single company needs different type of PMs. Just because Atlassian and Canva are like the golden child of Australia doesn't mean that that's the type of PM that every single company look for. Companies would want to say like a data focused PM. So if you work for like Enserata, right, for example, they need a data focused PM. A technical PM would be like the Atlassian, the Googles, but you might want to be working for like Combank or Westpac, right? They need a business focused PM. Or maybe if you work for like a marketing team, like Vero, for example, it's a startup that does email marketing. They want to do it like the marketing focused PM. Or even like if you work for Envision, for example, then you have like a design focused PM. So play to your strengths. Don't mold yourself into a role that doesn't suit you just because you want to get the title. Find a PM role that suits your background the most and start from there. I want to show you these steps for you to attain any skill. This is not just specifically to PM. This applies for anything. If you want to learn how to play basketball, if you want to learn how to write, this is basically the steps for you to attain any type of knowledge and experience. And you want to figure out how many jumps you need to get there. If you've got no product management experience, it's the first step. No experience, you want to get experience. Once you have experience, then you can get the job title. A lot of the time people have like no experience and they want to get a PM role straight away. And this is the missing link is no experience, great, that's okay. Get experience. From once you get experience, then you can get the job title. Once you got the job title, then you can figure out, well, what industry I want to work in. If you're from a business background, you want to get in as a business PM and you want to do a kick-ass job at that for a couple of years. And then you can figure out, well, what industry can I move into now? Can I move into a technical industry, a tech company, or can I move into a mining company and so on and so on. So once you get a job title, then you can move industry. Then once you move industry, that's when you can truly become like world-class and become like the world stage PM. Go to the Valley or start writing a book and become a thought leader and so on. Once you moved across multiple industries. So don't jump from no experience to say a Facebook product manager in Silicon Valley. That's too much of a jump for you. And as a result, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's very likely that you fail and you're going to burn yourself out. So these are the steps for you to get there. Getting to PM is a 6 to 12 months journey as well. It's not a short-term thing that you do a boot camp for a weekend or do a boot camp for 3 months and you can get it. It's a shift in mindset because it's a decision-making role. It's a super important role. So it's a 6 to 12 months journey. And I would say, take it easy. Don't quit your job and focus and become a PM full-time. So for the first 1 or 2 months, highly recommend you reading a book called Inspired by Marty Kagan. That's basically, that's the Bible of modern technology product management right now. So highly recommend you reading that. And then you want to go attend product meetups and watch YouTube videos and attend this course so you can understand a little bit about it. Once that's been done, then you want to figure out how do you start building the product mindset? that's when you want to start reading another book called Product Leadership. So for the first 3 months, if you just started the journey, I highly recommend you do that first. And don't spend thousands on a course just yet for the first 1 to 3 months. Buy small books. You don't have to do books. You can do a Udemy course, right? The cost of an Udemy course is like $29, same cost of a book. So you can go through a Udemy course too. The next thing is where you start to invest into experience and theory. You want to seek out some formal training. You also want to start working on some sort of side project for you to start practicing on the skills. Start rebranding yourself as well on LinkedIn and in meetups to be like an aspiring PM or looking for job PM or business analyst trying to break into the product management industry. So your job is to really get some hands-on experience in the next 3 to 6 months. From the 6 to 12 months, that's when you're focused on getting the job. Once you understand the mindset, once you've done some formal training, that's when you want to start to do some pro bono work, do some free work. So what's the salary expectation for a PM? If you look at how salary was in April 2020, average about 114K. If you want to do an entry-level PM, it's about 85 to 100K for entry-level PM. Mid-level is about 110 to 160. And then also senior is about 160 to 220. So that's basically the salary expectation that you should get when you're breaking into the PM role. Senior, looking at someone that's got like 5 to 10 years of experience, 5+ years. This is about 3 to 5, and this is about from 0 to 3. That's sort of like the salary range that you should expect for a PM role. And that's it. That's basically it for today. So if you've got any questions, feel free to let me know or put it in the chat. If not, I can also see you next week.